So I want to show you a quick demo of a sales alert agent that I just built in Claude Cowork. And what it does is that it checks for new one-on-one bookings with me through Calendly and notifies me in Slack whenever someone books or schedules a call. So what I do is I provide it clear instructions on what it should look for in terms of the different tools that I need it to access, what the output should be in the Slack message that I'm looking to see. And I also share with it details on how I want those checks to occur. So I ask it explicitly to look for Calendly bookings in the last 2 hours and also successful payments in the last 2 hours. I'm pretty clear on what words might be included in some of those checks, such as one-on-one, strategy call, implementation call, private support, and I'm pretty explicit on which channels that I want it to send the Slack message to. And one thing to note here as well is that I'm not using the default model, which I believe might be Opus 4.7, which tends to be more expensive and more complex than I need it to be. I'm just looking for it to be very straightforward and simple and cost effective. So for that, I would choose the Sonnet 4.6 model. So we're gonna go with that. I like to have it ask before acting, but if you are looking to literally just walk away from a computer or go do something else, you can also do act without asking, but I like the ask before acting, just so I have like me in the loop to kind of say, hey, let's think about this for a second, let's pause, or if I'm feeling, kind of overwhelmed with task, I'll just say, just do what you gotta do. Don't ask me anything. And you know what, let's just show that and let's see what happens. I'm gonna say to always act without asking. And as you can see, it's telling you this is a little high risk, but we're just gonna go with it for the purposes of this small demo. Okay, and I'm gonna save this. So now whenever we have a new alert coming in, it will ping the channel. So now that we have this set up, I'm gonna go do like a demo run. So we're gonna have like a fake booking. So I have the name, the email, and all of the context. Your Calendly booking form might be very different. These are just some of the core context that I want the agent to understand. And when it formats the Slack message, all of this information will be there. So I'm able to look at it at a quick glance of like, okay, someone came in, they're looking for help on something. Here's all the context for that booked meeting. And the beauty of having it in a Slack channel is that it's there for everyone to see, not just yourself, but other stakeholders in your company that might need that vital information. So I'm gonna go ahead and book this event. It's just gonna confirm that I'm not a robot. All right, we're gonna hit continue. All right, so now the event is scheduled. And once everything's set up and you see the Slack alert, I'm gonna go ahead and share with you how I built this. But for now, let's just focus on the Slack alert through our Claude Cowork setup. So as you can see here, it's set to run every hour. And because like the next run might not be for another 30 minutes or so, I'm gonna manually run this so you can see this in action. So I'm gonna hit run now. And now it's in progress. And at this point, I could walk away from my computer, or if I wanted to actually view this run, I can select view and you can see it working. And what I really like about the Claude Cowork setup is that I can prompt it questions on what it's doing. And right now I have the act without asking on. So it's taking everything that I've shared and it's going without permissions. But typically I would have it ask me for permission to move forward, and I would say yes, no, or let's think about this differently, asking it why it did certain things. But for the demo, we're just gonna go no permissions. We're just gonna wing it and see what happens. All right, so it was able to capture the Calendly alert, which is great. So now it's gonna be looking for Stripe payments, for deduplication, recent Slack messages as well. So this is really good. This is showing us that it's thinking about these edge cases, such as like, hey, I got the Calendly invite, but the Stripe payment didn't go through. Or, hey, I have seen that this alert has already been sent. Like I don't want to send another one for the same booking event. So this is like good context that we're seeing from our agent here. And it says it found the booking and it's just doing its thing and just sharing context. So at this point, I'm just going to let it run in the background and I'm going to share a little bit about how I built this. So from the onset of building this, there's this neat feature of Claude Cowork called Claude Connectors. And essentially it allows you to connect all of your apps in one place. So for me, in my business, I have Slack, I have Stripe, I have Calendly. These are some of the connectors that I use. And for this workflow, they're important for me to share with the context of my agent. So within the instructions and building this sales alert agent, I'll be explicit on like, hey, I want you to use Slack, I want you to check Stripe, and I want you to check Calendly. These tools are already embedded in my Claude setup through the Claude connection of Cowork. And the user, myself, just like inputting, what I'm looking for, all of that comes through in the agent instructions and the output that I'm looking for in the Slack message. So all of that goes into building the sales alert agent, and the Slack alert is running hourly or whenever I say run now. So it's pretty straightforward, and all the instructions will be in the description, or you can just ping me in the community channel. Okay, so sales alert. This is a new unreported booking. Okay, and it's letting me know that the alert was sent. Here's a summary of what was sent, and we're just gonna check Slack. All right, so I see Elena here, and this is the test subject. I see that there is the offer statement there, the scheduled time, the link to the Calendly booking, the intake form, so it's able to share with me, hey, they're the owner of a small marketing agency, what they need help building, the manual process, the preferred workflow. Yeah, this is amazing. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And that is the tool, so it's pretty straightforward. And, I can make this more complex, such as like extending this to create a prep doc for that call, update a CRM to show the progress of this prospect moving through our funnel, sending any onboarding emails, triggering a full client onboarding workflow. And yeah, this version was intentionally kept simple. Calendly, Stripe, and a Slack alert. That's it. So I hope you found this valuable. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Take care.